Yes, I know that is a very weird severe weather setup. As I said, we expect our severe weather chances to tick up as we approach the end of April. And with that could finally come a lot of warm air for the east, and finally a cool down for the west. Let's get into the latest updates. This right here is our severe weather risk for tomorrow. And as you can see, we do have a threat for tornadoes, hail, and wind. We have a decent sized 2% risk. This does include portions of southwestern PA, southeastern Ohio, northeastern Kentucky, and most of West Virginia. But our slightly more elevated 5% risk is mostly southeastern Ohio and northwestern West Virginia. I wouldn't call this a major threat, but you would definitely want to stay weather alert if you're in this region tomorrow. Our hail threat for tomorrow is a little bit larger than that tornado threat, as you can see, and it's basically identical to our wind threat. Again, this is not looking like a major severe weather outbreak, but it's just something to pay attention to while you go through the day tomorrow if you live in this region. Timing wise, it does look like a lot of these thunderstorms want to start firing off as we get into the afternoon hours. Specifically, I would say sometime between 2 and 4 Eastern, but like I always say, sometimes these systems speed up and slow down. And moving into about 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, we could be watching our most serious tornado threat. That being said, I don't expect a tornado outbreak or anything like that, but it is possible for a few to touch down here. Our latest H-triple-R model does also suggest we could have some rotation in these cells as they head out east, so I would pay attention if you're in central or western Maryland as well. The SPC has already given us a 15% day 6 risk, and yes, this is a wacky looking risk zone. Notice what happens with our jet stream as we move into Thursday and Friday. We are going to start to get some of these southwesterly and southerly winds. This should help to pull a lot of moisture up into the central plains and midwestern region. You can really see this happening when you look at our dew points on Thursday and going into Friday. This moisture will help with the instability throughout the region, and with some decent lower to mid-level shear with that troughing that's moving through, it is realistic to say we could see a decent severe weather outbreak one of these days. But we still have some time to watch these models come in and see what gets updated. I do not think this will be the end of our severe weather though. We could see a lot of moisture being pulled up into the US as we move through the end of April. So that being said, let's pay attention to this day 7 and day 8 risk, because I think we could see a risk zone from the SPC shortly. As I said, with that ridge building in the east allowing for that southwesterly and southerly flow of moisture, we will also see an increase in heat out in the region. So yes, humidity, hot air, and severe weather looks to all be occurring through the central plains and out east at the end of April. And the west may finally have a brief cool down. With that cool down, we could see a decent amount of snow returning to the Rockies as well. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like this type of content, feel free to throw me a follow or sub. I make posts like this every day and I stream every night. I'll see you in the next video.